Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the North East Non-League Show, sponsored by DJ Private Hire, Gateway Accountancy Services Limited, Elite Goalkeeping Academy, Motivate, Danny Lair Plumbing and Heating, the Football Pink and Sporting Journeys North East Limited. Tonight is episode 99, which is our Bedlington Terriers special, with our guest Steve Pittman. Steve, thank you very much for coming on the show tonight.
No problem, James. Good to speak to you again, pal.
Excellent. Like we say, a little bit delayed because we were supposed to have Dave, the chairman, on, but I think he's enjoying his holiday a little bit too much, Steve, isn't he?
Knowing Dave, it will be aye.
We were going to chat to Dave a little bit, obviously, about the off-field stuff that's going on, obviously, with the council and trying to get this 4G pitch. I mean, from your side of things, Steve, what's it looking like?
Basically, it's come to a standstill. So his sister who owned the land, the old coal mining company who owned the land. And basically what Dave did about, must have been 2 or 3 years ago now, they agreed a land swap with Northumberland County Council. And Siswap basically wanted the equal relevant amount of land compared to what we play on at Bedlington Terriers on the ground. So it was agreed the council was going to give them this land, but it was the land what they given was like a forest.
Nice.
So they said, no, that's no good for the area, for the community, for the kids to play on. Going to cost them like £1 million to pull the trees down. So they kiboshed it. In the meantime, David applied for a loan to do the ground up for 600 grand, which he got accepted, as long as we got a lease for the ground. So with the land swap not going ahead, Siswab obviously said we're not going to sign the lease for the tenancy for you guys until we've got like the land equivalent to what's there. So Northumberland County Council agreed, Gallagher Park, what's opposite the ground, agreed a patch of land in Gallagher Park. It was all fine. Siswab agreed to that, perfect. And they were just waiting for the councillors to sign a piece of paper and do the land swap. But James, it's never materialised within 2 years. So now they're getting itchy feet. They're wanting the ground back, basically. They're saying if we haven't got the land swap, we want the ground back. So I spoke to Luke Collins, who's the chief financial executive at NFA, operator officer of the NFA, last week. And he said he was going to try and do something about it, speak to Siswo and see what he could do. So obviously he's working on it, which is great. But we're just a standstill at the moment. And it looks like if we don't get it through within the next 6 to 8 months, we could lose the loan offer. I mean, it's going to be great for the ground. We're going to have a 4G pitch put in there, which we can hire out to the public. We're going to have a gymnasium built where all the OEPs of Bedlington can use for free and the school children. So it's going to be great for the community. It's just obviously this stumbling block with the land swap, James, which is holding us back.
Yeah, I mean, like, see, obviously around the Ford Hub and every night, our youth team are training down there in the West End, and it's absolutely fantastic. So I know how very important you are in the local community. But getting onto the on-field pitch, on the field stuff with yourself, how's it like being back in the Northern League?
Oh, mate, I'm loving it. Mate. I mean, obviously, not to touch too much on obviously my last experience, but yeah, it's good to be back, James. Got the buzz back. I've been around a few clubs since I left Brandon, but I never got that buzz like I get in the Northern League. I think you and I touched on it the other day when we had a little chat regarding how everybody pulls together in the North East. Yeah, it's probably one of the best leagues to be in non-league football.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, see, it's pulling together, like you say. I mean, just seeing the news about Gloucester Spartans and everyone trying to pull together to help them out. It's crazy, isn't it? But it's nice to see everyone coming together in the bad times.
It is, mate. It is, mate. And like you said, the North East lot, we do club together and we do look after each other. In Yorkshire, that doesn't happen. I'm not slagging the Yorkshire leagues off, but it doesn't happen, mate. It doesn't happen. It's fend for yourself. Sink or swim sort of thing. Yeah.
And I imagine the last few weeks it's been absolutely non-stop for you as well.
Oh, aye, mate. Well, it come about that one of my friends had said that Fergie had left. Fergie and Gatey had left, and he says, "Why don't?" He says, "You and Dave are getting like an house on fire." So, which I realised when I met Dave later on. I realised exactly what he meant because we're both similar characters. So I messaged Dave and just mentioned that look, I'm willing to come and have a chat with him. He sent me, I think that was the Friday night, before they got the Northallerton game cancelled. We went up on Sunday, Trev, Benjamin and I, sat with Dave, we hit it off straight away. It was like a match made in heaven. But I could see what this guy said, that me and Dave were quite similar, because it's what you see is what you get with Dave, and it's the same with me. There's no airs and graces, straight to the point. He knows what he wants, I know what I want, and we've said, look, let's crack on and let's see if we can do it.
Yeah, I mean, a blank team sheet, you pretty much had to start from scratch. I mean, where was your first thought?
Your pal?
Like you say, it was just pretty much a blank team sheet. Where did you start?
Mate, we were left with 2 players. So once he said, yeah, you've got the job, that was it. Luckily, I've been around North East football for quite a bit. Done a bit of scouting up here. So I'd got a talent book of players, what I could tap into. But what I wanted to do, James, it weren't just drag anybody in. It was we wanted the right characters in.
Yeah.
So it was like for 3 days, 3 or 4 days solid. I didn't see my wife and my daughter. Just upstairs in my office on the phone, getting deals across the table. And we managed to get for the game against RCA. I think we've got 23 lads signed on in 4 days, 5 days. And that's transfers from Northern League 1 and Northern League 2 clubs, which were brilliant.
Yeah, hats off to the secretary as well for that, really.
Oh, mate, Dino's done a great job, man. He's not slept even for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you mentioned the support of the non-league. I mean, how has the managers been helping you with players as well?
Do you know something, James? It's given me a bit of warmth, to be honest, because obviously what happened previously with Brandon, it left a sour taste in my mouth, and the lads just pulled together. So I phoned Jay Bates. Jay Bates is a good friend of mine. I phoned him. He's helped me out with players. Young Alex Martin down at Ponteland United, who was a really good coach. He'll be in the Northern League not too distant future. He sent me a load of recommendations, lads, what he could get at Ponteland, but they can't pay. So he sent me a few. Nashi and Bestie at Blue Star helped me out. Dan Crooks at Bolden. So everybody chipped in, mate. I went in. I got the players what didn't want to play for me, and I agreed to waive 7 days on them. And then the managers agreed to do the same with me. So it was a smooth transition, to be honest, James. It was brilliant.
Yeah. What was it? Were you training kind of 2 or 3 times that first week just to get the IDs of the players as well?
We had 2 sessions. So we had a Tuesday night training session, which 10 turned up. So I thought the 18 lads from Fergie's lot was supposed to be rocking up Tuesday night at the ground, and 2 turned up. So I only invited 10 players that night because I thought I'd want to give the lads at Bedlington a chance, and not just bring a load of my own in. So that was the Tuesday, and then when only 2 turned up, I thought, right, we need to get moving here. We played 5-a-side for his first training session. And then by the Thursday, that's when I got 23, 24 through the door. 1 training session, and then we're straight into the game against Sunderland RCA.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, a busy week, but I mean, what was your feelings like going that night before the RCA game? You must have been proud of getting the players in.
I'm not lying to you, I didn't sleep. I was nervous. I knew I'd signed good lads from Northern League 1 and 2, and a couple from the Alliance Prem, because I was with Percy made at the start of the season, and I took some decent players down there. So I'd signed some good players. It was just that we'd not played together, James. I'm thinking, I'll play scenarios from my mind, because I like to play out from the back and attack down the lines, and I'm thinking, what if they don't understand it? What if they don't get it? And for the first 15, 20 minutes of that game, James, we were disjointed. We were all on it. But that was to be expected, to be fair.
Yeah.
But then Nelson went and scored. Nelson scored a pearl or a goal. It calmed his nerves. And we took control of that game. We should have been 3 or 4-1 up in the end. But yeah, settled the nerves, put it that way.
And it was nice to see, I think, with all the youth team, whatnot, with the players as well, and the pitch and the training rooms. It was nice to get everyone back together at that first game.
Aye. Oh, mate, brilliant, yeah. We definitely, we got all the young Bedlington Terriers lads there in the changing room. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get all the Bedlington community involved. So Bedlington United, Bedlington Town, who were in the first, obviously, the Alliance. We're gonna bring them through. And this is why we want to get the ground sorted so quickly as well, because they all can train there and we all can play there. And it's for the community, so we're working hard on that in the background, getting a reserve squad for next season as well.
Yeah, what was the feeling like in the change room after the RCA game?
Oh, mate, it was brilliant. Honestly, it were 25 lads what didn't know each other, but then after it was like we've been together for years, mate. It were bouncing, put it that way. There were some savoury words said as well in there, obviously shouting and bawling at each other. Brilliant, yeah. And then we all stayed in the clubhouse after, and Dave said this is something what we didn't have before. I mean, no disrespect to the previous management teams, but he said they never used to stay and speak to the fans. So I've said to my lads, you stay for at least 45 minutes after. These lads have paid. I think we got 105 people that day. They've paid £6 to come and watch you. The least you can do is spend half an hour with them, and everybody did, and it was a great atmosphere in the bar.
Excellent. I'd like to see the games coming thick and fast after that. The Jarrod game, the 3-0 loss in the Uni game, 1-1. What's your thoughts on those 2 games?
The Jarrod game, mate, the scoreline doesn't reflect the game at all. It was a very even game, and we could have been 3 or 4 1 up at half time. Missed a few sitters. Nels gone through 1-on-1 and putting the side net in. Then he's missed an header. Christ Super signed from Newcastle Benfield. He's had a clear-cut header. But I know what Kenny's like. Kenny's team's always resilient. They got 1-0 up, and then they've scored just 2 minutes before winning in a break, and that's really took the sting out of us a little bit. But second half, we just went for it. And we got caught on the counter. They brought big James Harper on and went long. And when you've got a player like James Harper in your squad, mate, it's a massive bonus, isn't it? But yeah, that game, I mean, if we'd gone back to 1-1 when Nelly's hit the side netting, it could have been a different game. And Kenny even said that after the game, said it was one of those gate days, Steve. Could have gone yours, it could have gone ours. But yeah, good game. Good barometer to see where we're at, because obviously they're flying.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And we're like, we're aiming for the playoffs, James. I'm not lying to you, because he's back with the budget, Dave, and the players I brought in. We are aiming for that, but we're not daft. We know it's going to take time to settle and bond. If we don't make the playoffs, then so be it. Then we'll just rebuild next season and we go again.
Yeah, I think it's massively open division too. I mean, we've had so many managers on different shows this year, and just that everyone's beating everyone every week. It's going to be really open push them for them playoffs, isn't it?
It is, mate. It is. I mean, somebody said to me the other day about Bedlington Town on Saturday. That should be 3 points, Steve. I'm like, no, it shouldn't. Everybody's beating each other in this league. There's nobody really what you can say. Well, they've done well. They're going to run away with, like you said. You look every week and it's like, well, they've just done them. Crikey, you know what I mean? And there's no really. I don't think there's any bad players in this league. There isn't. You know what I mean? There's no weak teams really. What you can say. Well, you can pick points there. You look at it, and every game's a tough one.
Yeah, some really good sides. I mean, we've had a few weeks now. Obviously, I know you were training tonight. You were sat in the stand watching just before you came on the show. As well as things are starting to settle in a bit nicely now.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I've got a few more in today. So we just signed Simon Farrier from Jarrah. So he's going to be. It's going to be a focal point up top for us, him and Nelly. I think they'll make a great combination. But all the lads what we've brought in, they're all settling now. They're getting to know each other, training twice a week with each other. The style of play, what we want them to play, is coming through. So yeah, I think it's just to get over these next 3 or 4 weeks, settle down, and then we've got the Christmas period to go into, and let's try and put a challenge together.
Yeah, and as you touched on there, Bedlington Town on Saturday, another game to look forward to. Hope we get the 3 points from that one.
All right, cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Excellent. But like I say, with the rest of the season as well, Steve, just before we go, what is your aims now? You mentioned the playoffs, obviously Bedlington on Saturday. What is your aims kind of going forward? Is it getting them playoffs and staying there, or just try and pick as many points as you can and see what happens?
I've looked at it, and I know I just mentioned there's no easy games, which there isn't, but I've looked at it. After Below Town on Saturday, we've got Ryan, which I know Nathan's done a great job with Ryan. Nathan's, by the way, he's also been on the phone to me 24/7. Nathan's a great man at Ryan. He's helped me out massively. We've got them a week on Saturday. Then after that, like I said, there's no disrespect in here, but we've got 6 of the bottom 7. Where if we can start gelling and clicking and finding us gears, then that's where I think we can start putting a run together. Comes Christmas, the chairman said, Steve, if we're up or round about there, he's going to back us and give a bit more budget. Try and attract a few more lads in to try and push for it, because they finished 3rd last season. We know what happened. They lost to Easington in the semis, and they don't want that fate again. But there's no pressure from Dave. He's a great man. I like him. There's no pressure from him. It's not as if says, Steve, I want you to get the players, otherwise you're sacked. He knows exactly what the score is, which is like comforting for me. So as long as we don't get relegated.
Well, like you say, a very busy period, Christmas period, game after game. I know you said, being touched on, you haven't seen your family as much over the last few weeks, and it's going to be busy coming up again. It's just non-stop in Northern League, isn't it?
Well, mate. The wife says she's going to go away on Boxing Day and to leave me to it.
Well, finally, Steve, just got to put a message out there we do these for the club pushers as well. Like you say, anyone that's watching, please get across the Bedlington Facebook page and Twitter, like and follow. Please support as much as you can. But what is your message to the people of Bedlington, Steve?
It's just basically what I've been saying to them when they've been coming to the ground. I've been obviously speaking to a lot of fans what come. There's a lot of diehard fans in Bedlington. I know you used to get like crowds of 200 and 300 there. It's just that we're trying as hard as now to make it a community club again. And we very much appreciate their support if they come along and obviously back the lads, show the support, get there on Saturday, back us. The players obviously appreciate everything what all the fans do, and when they come along, we'll give love back. They show us love, we'll give them love back. and just please help us fight for this, for the loan we've got, obviously for the ground, because it's going to be massive for the community, James.
Yeah.
If we can get that across the line, that's the main thing. I've put a petition out a few weeks ago, which you kindly posted on your page. I'll send it out again if the Bedlington community and the North East community can sign that. That'll help massively in going forward.
Oh, really good. Well, Steve, I know, thank you very much for coming on. Like, see, I know the train just about finished, so I can get out and see the lads. Got the team pick for Saturday. But thank you so much for coming on, really appreciate it.
No problem, James. Thanks again, mate.
Excellent. But again, thank you everyone that's been watching. There's been massive support throughout the show as well. I think we're about 20 away now from the 2,000 subscribers, so please get across and hit that button if you haven't already. And there's a few questions that came to kind of go through, so Steve's going back out to training very shortly. But keep an eye on the Facebook page as well. We've got all the shows booked in now between now and Christmas and the New Year. Lots of looking back riffs as well, so keep an eye out for them. But I hope you enjoy all the games at the weekend. Keep getting the pictures in the Facebook group as well, and enjoy the rest of the night as well.
Cheers, James.